Hello everybody, welcome back to Without Within. My name is Mr. Kindly, and let us start off where we left off. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reached out to will buy your work. I could live with that. Even just 1%. Please. Anything but zero. I wanted to scream. They had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphies. Will persevere. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. Yes. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my work. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. "You're charging for these?" I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted. "I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen." Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Will restrain. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another thousand people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes, and I clenched my fists to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child on our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose Mummy?" The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand, and his head with the other. "Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared." The kid managed to nod at last, and I whispered, "Good boy," into his ear. "What's your mummy's name?" "Hungry." "Her name is Hungry." The boy's tummy growled, and I realized what he meant. "Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich?" The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually. I want ice cream. And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor, poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing, rather than let half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's Mummy's name. Jessie, Jessie, I called as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever, enough to make me blush. In fact, maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random the next time I sold my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as the time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mummy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed to the mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful, just wonderful. A torrent of praises curled my lip into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there is something I need help with. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss. Well, which way back to the train station? Without Within. We'll actually end this episode here, guys, if you enjoyed it. Continue on. We got some more Yoshi-ish music going on, so we'll pick up right where we left off, and you won't be missing anything.